Look at this map. On paper, this is the Federal Republic of Somalia. One nation, one people, one language, and one religion. That sounds sweet. But the reality on the ground is a high-stakes game of power, money, and private armies controlled not by the state, but by 5 regional leaders. These leaders are the kingmakers, the spoilers, and the absolute gatekeepers of Somalia's future. They operate less like governors and more like presidents of independent countries. And right now, they are locked in a power struggle that could break Somalia apart completely. To understand the crisis in Somalia right now, you have to understand the federal system. After decades of civil war, it was agreed to share power among the warring clans. A central government manages national affairs and federal member states handle local issues. But that's not what happened. Instead of a system of power sharing, it became a system of power holding. President Hassan Sheikh Mahmoud in Mogadishu is trying to centralize authority, but these 5 leaders effectively hold a veto over the entire country. Let's break down the 5 most captivating and dangerous dynamics of this standoff. First up, the rebels. Meet Saeed Dani of Puntland and Ahmed Madobe of Jubaland. These two are the heavyweights. They have immense economic independence, thanks largely to controlling major seaports outside of Mogadishu's grip. They don't just disagree with the federal government, they openly defy it. They view Mogadishu's attempt to centralize power like implementing the one-person, one-vote elections as a trap designed to remove them. The tension has recently got so high that Deni effectively suspended recognition of the federal government. But not every leader can afford to rebel. This brings us to the most dangerous job in Somalia. Abdulaziz Laftagreen is the leader of the southwest. His estate is the literal buffer zone, standing between the capital Mogadishu and the main strongholds of Al-Shabaab. But here is the deadly irony of this position. To keep Al-Shabaab away, Laftagreen relies heavily not just on the Somali National Army, but on Ethiopian troops stationed in the region. When tensions rise between Mogadishu and Addis Ababa, Laftagreen is caught in an impossible middle. He knows if the Ethiopian troops leave, his state could fall to the terrorists. He's basically walking on a tightrope over a pit of lions, forced to choose between national loyalty and sheer survival. This exposes the third critical flaw in Somalia's state building: asymmetry. Leaders like Gorgor in Galmudug and Goodlawe in Hirshabelle don't just have massive independent revenue streams. They can't afford a total rebellion. This creates a tiered system. It's not a union of equals. It's a system of landlords and tenants. How do you build a unified nation when half the states are too rich to listen and the other half are too poor to object? And if the politics wasn't scary enough, let's talk about the firepower. In a normal country, the military is federal. In Somalia, these regional leaders command their own state paramilitaries, often known as the dervish forces. These are powerful, battle-hardened unities that answer primarily to the state president, not the national president. The terrifying state-building challenge here is this: how do you govern a country where your regional governors have enough firepower to go to war with the capital? It's essentially an internal Cold War. And finally, the battleground for all of this is the constitution. In most places, a constitution is a shield to protect the rights of the people. But in Somalia today, it's being used as a weapon. The federal government is rushing to amend the constitution to strengthen the presidency. The regional leaders, especially the rebels, are using the old constitution to declare those changes illegal. Somalia is currently operating under 2 different rule books, depending on which region you're in. The state building process hasn't just stalled, it has frozen into a dangerous deadlock. These 5 men hold the keys. Their decision in the next year will determine if Somalia becomes a true unified federal state or if it slowly fractures into 5 mini republics facing off against each other. What do you think is the biggest challenge or threat to Somalia's stability? The ambitious center or the rebellious regions? Let me know in the comments below.